I want to get back in good shape but lack motivation. Now, this is one of the biggest reasons most men give as to why they're not able to get back in the gym, lose weight, or get back in better shape. Of course, most coaches and other people in the fitness space will tell you motivation is for pussies. You only need discipline, but it's not that simple. Discipline is like a muscle. It takes time to build. This is why you will need some motivation to take those initial steps, like getting a gym membership or hiring a coach. Then once you've made the commitment, discipline will help you follow through. So in this video, I'll be explaining why you lack motivation when it comes to improving your health and what you can do to fix it. Number one, you have settled into a new normal. Now, when something is wrong in our minds or with our bodies, in the initial stages, you feel uncomfortable, right? You feel like something is wrong. Your body tells you something is wrong. Your mind tells you something is wrong, and you should do something to fix it. What most of you don't know is the longer you go without fixing that issue, the more your body starts to get comfortable in that new normal, because your body is all about homeostasis. Your body is all about balance, and feeling uncomfortable is not really great when it comes to balance. It's the same way that some of you work jobs that you probably don't like. You're probably making average or like a low amount of money, but back then, like a couple of years ago, you probably wanted to be a medical doctor, you probably wanted to be an engineer or some big shot, right, with millions of dollars. But because you didn't do the things that you were supposed to do, or you delayed in doing the things that you were supposed to do to get you to that level, your body, your mind kind of just settled into a new normal. Now you're working in Starbucks, you're working at McDonald's, and you're totally fine with the amount of money you're making now, all because you've settled into a new normal. The same thing happens with your health. When you first start getting out of shape, when you start getting overweight, or when things are just not going right in your life, your body is going to signal and tell you, hey, something is wrong. We need to do something to fix it. So the longer you go without actually doing anything to fix that, the more your body continues to settle. Now you're 200 pounds, then you're 250, then you're 300, then you're 350. And now you're like, okay, this is me now. So what you can do to actually fix this is you need to go back. You need to reflect. You need to meditate. Think about when you were leaner. Think about when you still had a six-pack. Think about the amount of attention that you got from women when you had that six-pack. Think about how good you were at sports. Think about all the good things that you had in your life when you were actually leaner, when you were not overweight, when you didn't have that big belly. Think about all those things that you lost. That is going to reignite that fire. That's going to reignite that passion in you to actually go out there and do what you're supposed to do again. That is the initial spark of motivation that you need to actually start taking the steps that you need to take in order to get back in better shape. Now that's number one. We'll move on to the next one. The next one is your dopamine receptors are fried. Guys, it's much more difficult for people to find motivation today just because they waste their dopamine on things that don't benefit them. Dopamine is the hormone in your brain that actually controls motivation. The more dopamine you have, the more motivation you're gonna have. The less dopamine you have, the less motivation you're gonna have. The problem today is in the world with social media, video games, and all these things that are meant to actually spike dopamine, we spend most of our time doing all these things, and when it comes to the actual things that we're supposed to do to better our health, we have no dopamine left, and that means we have no motivation left. So if you're someone that is consuming a lot of social media content, a lot of you now have probably 5,000 people that you're following, and you're wondering why you have no motivation. That's why. Because earlier in the day, you're using all your time, you're spending all your dopamine on all these things that are not actually going to benefit you, that are designed to be quick dopamine fixes, like porn, like video games. Even eating unhealthy is a dopamine spiking activity. So the more you do it, the more dopamine you're wasting, and then you end up not having any dopamine left to actually do the more motivating things like reading a book, going to the gym, and working on that business business, making more money. These are things that you're supposed to do. But because you're wasting your dopamine away, you're not able to do it. Now, how do you fix this? You fix this by changing your habit. There is no easy way to do this. You have to start either reducing the amount of other things that you're doing, the amount of other content that you're consuming, like cat videos, porn, and all these other things that are on social media now that are meant to just strip away your dopamine. And then you start putting that dopamine into all these other things that you're supposed to be doing, like getting in better shape, going to the gym, reading a book, eating right, doing all these things. Those things are a much better use of your dopamine. And then once you're done with that, then you can use the rest of your dopamine and do whatever the hell you want. But you need to start prioritizing using that dopamine for more healthy activities. That is how you fix that. Now, moving on to the next one, the negative consequences of being overweight are not instant. So when it comes to being broke, let's take an example. Say you're broke, right? What happens is you see those negative consequences instantly. So let's say you don't have any money and there's probably something you wanted to buy, like a new car or something really nice. You don't have any money to do it. You feel the negative consequences immediately. It's instant. If you don't have any money today, you're probably not going to pay your rent. That's probably why a lot of you are motivated to actually go to work. Or maybe you're not motivated, or it's just discipline. I don't know. But something pushes you to go to work because you know the negative consequences of not going to work, not getting any money, is the fact that you're probably not going to pay your rent, you're not going to pay your bills, you're probably not going to be able to eat, and those things are apparent, so you actually do it. The thing with your health is a lot of the time those negative consequences don't come till later on in your life, right? In your early 20s, in maybe your early 30s, you're probably still doing all the shit, all the unhealthy shit, going out, partying, drinking, consuming all these, things that are not really going to help you, like porn, doing video games, and pretty much doing everything, right? You're doing everything but actually investing in your health. And most of the time, you're not gonna see any negative consequences. Maybe you're hungover, but that's fine. That goes off after a few hours, and you don't know what you're risking until it starts happening to you, until you start getting diabetes, until you start having joint pain, you start having back pain, you start having heart problems, right? From just being overweight. You cannot walk 10,000 steps anymore just because now every 10 steps you take, you have to breathe heavy, and the world is designed to actually keep you inside. Like right now, you don't have to go out to actually go get food. You could literally sit at home and you could order Uber Eats. So most of you are probably not going to feel the consequences of being overweight, being out of shape until later down the line, right? Maybe in your 40s or something. And that's the reason why you probably have no motivation to take care of the issue now, because it's not causing you any harm, right? You're still overweight, you're still fat, but maybe you have some money, maybe you can get in an Uber to get to where you want to go, maybe you don't even have to leave your house at all, maybe you even work from home, so it's not like you're in an office walking to and fro or doing something like that. So you're more likely to not be motivated to actually go out there and put in the work to actually fix your health because you're not suffering from any negative consequences. I'm just going to tell you the only way to fix this is to educate yourself a little bit more on what the potential negative consequences are, and you can start taking steps today to actually prevent it. There is no way you're going to be able to fix this when it starts happening. When your blood pressure starts going up, when you start developing heart problems, there is no way to fix it. All you can do is manage it till you die, right? You're always going to be on some type of medication. You're always going to have to go for regular checkups. You probably need to have some type of surgery done, and that's the only way you can fix this. So I hope this video has shed a little bit of light on why you possibly lack motivation to actually improve your health and the things that you can do to actually fix it. My name is Victor. I'm an online coach, and if you need more help with this, subscribe to the channel, and you can also book a call with me down below if you need one-on-one assistance to help you fix your motivation issue, to help you fix all your health issues. Pretty much, if you're looking to get in good shape, I'm your guy. So click the link down below, book a call with me, and I'll see you all in the next video.